What is going on? This is Chris Williams. I am traveling today, but I thought I would still um, share because there were some things while traveling this past weekend and this week that I learned. One, I was actually in Vegas hanging out with some incredible business owners from all walks of life. I mean, things that you couldn't even believe. And then this week, I'm in Dallas, Texas, being able to share and help another business owner get their business rolling, putting things in place and doing the things that are necessary. But I want to talk to you about the number one uh, way to grow your side business. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you take the time to learn more about get in, grab some of the information, grab some of the things that I share because there's something that I learned this weekend. This weekend, I was with about 100 different um, millionaires. I'm talking people who are making almost $1 million a month, right? Some people multiple millions a month, and it's a part of a mastermind that I'm in, and I'm learning so many different things about how to grow a business. I'm learning so many things about what it really takes to make sure that you are uh, taking and seizing hold of the current opportunities. And it was something that I learned and that I saw this weekend that I said, I have got to share as soon as I get a chance. Well, unfortunately, got home late yesterday and was on a flight 5 a.m. today. So I said, I got to share it. I cannot wait until I get back to my studio to be able to tell you. I got to tell you right now. So I want you to grab a pad and a pen because this number one thing that I am learning is what really separates people in the very very beginning, whether meaning the beginning, whether you started your side business and or you've been running your side business, but you're trying to learn like what do I do, right? Like what the heck do I do to make it grow, right? Some of you have actually had some great success. As a business coach, I get a chance to talk to a lot of different people who have their side business. And the cool thing is man, they're doing some powerful things. And this weekend was just incredible in Vegas. But I'm gonna give you the number one thing that you really need right now in order for your side business to grow. And the number one thing is you have got to start getting in close proximity to people who have already done it. I'm talking about close proximity. I don't mean just, I met them at a event that was being hosted by somebody else that they walked into. No, I'm saying you need to put yourself in position in life where you're actually in masterminds, where you're actually with business coaches who have you know, um, other businesses in your field who are learning the tricks of the trade. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you don't get in close proximity with others, here's the problem: you want your business to grow without you. Hope you just heard what I said. It's amazing to me, right? Like, and I used to suffer from this too. I used to look at like, oh, I want to make extra cash, or I want to make money, right, with a side business, and all I was thinking about was the business doing better. All I was thinking about was the next sale. All I was thinking about was what what else I gotta say and put out there for people to buy. I kept thinking about every other thing except the guy who wants the business to grow. And so I'm telling you right now, you've got to get in close proximity. You It's interesting. We'll spend hours on a thumbnail, hours on a post, hours on videos, hours on all this extra content, but won't spend a dime on our mind, won't spend a dime on our network, won't spend a dime to be where the people are actually winning. And that's the secret, y'all. Like, honestly, Like honestly, I'm telling you right now, honestly, when you hear of the results of somebody and what their side business has done, what you're seeing is a culmination of what nobody saw. And most people, if they're honest, if you talk to them long enough, if you get a chance to sit down and listen to them, you'll find out that actually most of them are winning because they put themselves around somebody. They stop trying to do it all by themselves. I think that's the one thing that you got to remember when you're building out your business. It's not just you. And I'm saying even from day one. And if you've been building your business for a while and you're finding it very hard, look around and see how many people are actually helping you build that business. If it's just you, that's a you problem. And you've got to be willing to change that. Like it's very important that in all phases of our lives that we admit we need help, right? Gone are the ideas of self-made millionaire and self-made, I did it all on my own. Well, that sounds cute on the surface. Here's the problem. If you do everything all by yourself, that means you have trust issues. And the other people who could actually help you, the other people where you need to be building like strategic partnerships, won't touch you because they realize it's all about you. You're trying to get 100% of everything, which you can have 100% of zero. I hope you do realize that, right? Like, it is very possible for you to work very hard to try to do everything you can for your business to grow and get 100% of zero. Or you can choose to collaborate. You can choose to learn from. You can choose to get in the right rooms and start investing in your skill set, investing in your proximity, investing in your speed of implementation, hint, hint, right? And if you start investing in that, if you start investing in the speed of implementation, you might not have 100% of something. You might end up in a great deal of a partnership. But let me ask you a question. If you knew that in about 9 to 10 or heck, even 20 different partnerships, you had 20% here, 7% here, 9% here, 10% here, 30% here, 50% here. Could you imagine that with all of those partnerships, if you built them correctly, you'd have so much more. You'd have the relationships, you'd have the people, you'd have the systems, you'd have the ideas, you'd have the teams, right? But it's very difficult if you think that you're going to get 100% of everything. I'm going to tell you what you will get as a side business owner trying to get 100% of everything. You're going to get 100% of zero. I'm just telling you right now. That's what you're going to get. And it would be a shame to work so hard at what you're doing. You're brilliant. You're very smart. You know exactly what it takes to move the needle. But I'm telling you right now, in today's world, as fast as things move, it's go look at anybody who right now you admire their results. I bet you one thing, I bet you they will tell you about the people that they met, the conversations that they had, the people that put them in place, the the team that they started building, right? Like they'll start talking to you about those things. Why? Because the truth of the matter is, it takes more than you. So I don't want you to focus on getting your side business to grow. The only way it's going to grow is if you do. You have to grow. So here's a couple things I want you to do. One, I want you to start reading more than you typically do. And don't read for pleasure, read for information. Don't read for entertainment. Read to better your understanding of a particular portion of your business. Go find books about parts of your business that you might need to learn about. Go and once you start reading, it's going to open up a whole world of ideas to you of things that maybe you can start to implement, systems and places that you need, right? So number one, start reading. Number two, I want you to go network. I really like literally. I want you to go find circles that you can go be a part of in your area. I am sure there are networking events going on. I am sure there are targeted networking groups that you could be a part of, be them in person or virtual. And I'm also sure that you know, or at least are around at least one group or one millionaire who's already a millionaire. And what you got to start doing is saying, if I'm hanging around current people right now who haven't yet done it, maybe, just maybe, I should start hanging around the people who actually have done it, right? Maybe I should start putting my time, effort, and energy into the people who actually have uh, it actually going on right now, right? Like that would be where I would spend my time. In fact, what I would ensure I do is put the time in so that people know that I'm very serious. I would definitely make sure that I put the time in to make sure that people know that I'm serious because I'm gonna tell you right now, people will help you out. I truly believe that in today's world, one of the joy I get is I love seeing when somebody takes a strategy, when somebody takes an idea and they move with speed, right? Analysis is paralysis. Okay. So the key is make sure that you are taking the time to actually network with the right amount of people. Do not waste your time trying to pitch your very wealthy ideas to people who don't understand wealth, who don't generate ideas, who are not in support of those things. So number one, read a book that's going to help you with your business. Number two, make sure you network. Here's number three: you have got to spend uh, and invest money, yes, into your network and implementation of the things that it's going to take to generate real revenue. I do not want you to fall into the trap of saying, I'm building me a side business, but what you really did was build you a second job. I don't want you to fall into that trap. I want you to actually build a real revenue generating side business. The only way that's going to happen, or let me put it this way, the fastest way that'll happen is if you actually take the time out to really build a business leveraging the network and the speed of what people have already done. You know what's cool about doing that? There are people who genuinely, when they see you running with something and an idea that they gave you, or they see you implementing quickly on something, guess what they're going to do? They're going to immediately do more for you. They're going to immediately go, okay, this person's ready to rock and roll. Let's help them. Okay, I see that they are running. Let's make it happen. Right? I see that they are truly building something that is perfect. Okay, let's give them more. When when you're that kind of person, and I guess let me give you an example. So if I'm coaching you and I give you a particular assignment or I give you something that I think will help you with your business, and a week goes by. Heck, don't even need a week. 3 days go by, and I check in on you, and you still haven't done that thing, and there's some excuse, and there's some reason why. Oh, well, I was going to do that, but I got into this, and I went and did this, and I went and asked this person, and I did. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why most people won't succeed is because they are looking for permission and insaneness from 90 different people. And that's why you never move. Let me tell you what the problem is um, with going and asking 90 different people about something that you were given from one person. That's 90 different perspectives, 90 different experiences, potentially 90 different ways to get something done. And you know what? All 90 could be right. Here's the kicker. When we do that, what it is we don't want to fail. And we're letting our fear of failure show more than the sense of urgency to get to success. So I want you to be mindful, to start thinking about, okay, the next piece of advice that I get, the next thing that my coach, if you don't have a coach, you need a coach. Um, the next thing that my coach tells me to go do, I'm just gonna go do it. You remember when you played sports and coach said, "Hey, all right, we're running hurdles today. Here are the drills that we're running on the track." You just did it. You just did it. When you played football and coach said, "Okay, 7-on-7 drill," you just did it. When your wide receiver coach said, "Hey, these are the routes we run today," you just did it. But what's interesting is we think that as adults, we don't need the reps. And somehow we believe that not getting the reps in as an adult is actually going to help us. It won't help us. When you have a coach and a coach gives you the play, you got to go run the play because it's you that needs the reps. It is you that needs to push beyond your fears, your doubts, the way you're thinking, the over analyzing. It's all of those things, but you have to do it. No one can do it for you. So the only way, the number one way your business is going to grow is you got to grow. You got to be willing to read things that are pertaining more to your business than entertainment. You got to be willing to network with people in your local area and outside of your local area more. And three, you got to invest in a mastermind. You got to invest in a coach. You got to invest, and it's not for the coach's sake. I can be your coach. I don't care who your coach is. What it's going to do for you is one, it's going to give you some accountability. Number two, I'm gonna tell you this: if you got somebody holding you accountable, and here's the truth of the matter, Bible says, um, you know, a man's heart and his money are pretty much in the same place. So when you actually invest your hard-earned dollars, you're more likely to achieve the things that you set out to do. Why? Because you invested your money into it, right? Give you a perfect example. Would you buy a car that costs you $80,000 and just sit it in the garage and never drive it? You wouldn't. You would be driving that car. Why? Because you invested your hard earned money on four wheels of some particular brand that you like. Oh, you're going to drive that car, right? So the key is to really understand that when you're building your business the right way, you need a coach. You need to get around the right people. You need to put yourself in accountable position so that you actually run the play. And the more you do that over and over and over again, you will succeed faster. Here's a tip for you: intensity decreases the amount of time it takes to achieve something. You heard me right. Intensity decreases the amount of time it takes to achieve something. That's why when you're trying to lose weight, it's not about saying, well, I'm going to do it over a year. It's about jump starting your gut, right? So you might do a 30-day cleanse. You might do a 30-day fast. You might do a 6-week blitz of some workouts, right? To start setting your mind and setting your body on a habit that then you will do a regular basis of maybe every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right? But there's no greater way to achieve anything than intensity. And so intensity decreases the amount of time that it takes to achieve anything. And so when you actually increase the intensity of focus on any one thing, you will achieve that thing much faster. So if you really want your side business to grow, if you really want to see it become what it ultimately can be, whatever you dream about in your head, you have got to start increasing the intensity on what you read, on networking in the right areas, and listening to a coach that's going to help you navigate the mental journey and force you into execution on a daily basis. The better you do that, the more you're going to achieve. I'm telling you, every person that you talk to, every person and story that you're looking at, I guarantee if they have accountability, they're driven to success more often. Now, here's the crazy part. The results that you're seeing is a result of the little things that they're doing on a consistent basis. Okay, they're not giving themselves an out. Kobe Bryant once said, "I never negotiate with myself. Once I make a deal with myself, I never negotiate." So you got to be willing to put yourself on like a contract, right? You got to be willing to say, you know what, I'm going out here and I'm getting ready to do what I need to do. Okay. So I wanted to leave you with that today. Make sure you listen. I'm telling you right now, if you really want your business to grow, the number one thing you have to do is grow yourself. I promise you, you will never out earn the level of your mentality. You cannot out earn the level of your mentality. If you think small, you will earn small. If you think I can do a little bit, you will only earn a little bit. If you never let somebody stretch you and push you to do things you never thought possible, you will never achieve what you never thought was possible. It takes real intensity and focus to grow your side business because you were working a brand new muscle, a muscle that you don't work in your day-to-day job. Okay? All right. So listen, thanks for watching this video. If you're watching the replay, make sure you share this with somebody. Subscribe to the channel. I got even more content coming up. Also, you can go ahead right now and pre-order my book. The link is in the description. From side hustle to side business, how to take any product or service and turn it into success, sales, and stories. You need that book. Make sure you grab that. It's down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great, incredible day.